Guys, I expect this is going to be tough. I expect this is going to be tough on first point attack here with Orisa and Rein to come through the choke point, especially when you throw a Junkrat into the mix here. This is going to be rough. But we'll see how he does it. He's just going to go for a pin, isn't he? Who needs the choke point when you can just pin through? What's going on, guys? My name is Coach Hayes. Today we are going to be reviewing LHCloudy. I believe this man is rank 1 and rank 2 at the moment. LHCloudy account, and he has an account called Amelia. So, should be very interesting. Especially in a meta where you consider Ryan not being one of the best tanks. LHCloudy seems to have a different opinion of that. So, we'll see. One thing to mention, he is duo with Kevster, so pretty overpowered duo coming through. Pretty overpowered duo coming through. Tank, looking at the team comp from Team 1. Is it Abigail or Amelia? I thought it was Amelia. Okay, they're very similar names, okay? They're so similar. Abigail, Amelia, they're similar. Don't get me, they both begin with A. Anyway, tank line, we got Ryan and we got Orisa. Ooh, that was juicy. He's already 35% to ult. Anyway, Ryan Orisa, the classic. DPS line, we got Kevston the Tracer, the signature hero Tracer. Spartan playing the McCree. Don't know who Spartan is. Volvic is on the Baptiste, and we got Mina on the Mercy. I like this composition. It makes sense. You got a lot of shields. You're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on this choke point. I like this. I think it seems good. Obviously, Cloudy on the Rhine, Atlantic, Kevster on the Tracer, both on their signature heroes. On the other team, we got FD Socks. Little play on the name there on FD God, or FD Socks. Not sure if that's a play on the name, but I'm guessing it is. So we have a Zen. We have Levitate. I also think Levitate is a tier 3 player. On the Brig, I recognize that name. NKZ, also recognize NKZ. He's a tier 3 player, or tier 2, tier 3, I think, yeah. Tier 2 or tier 3, I don't know. They're both kind of the same. Yeah, so Levitate, NKZ and Solidarity, they're playing Ryan Zarya with a Brig Zen. So kind of interesting. They have no Lucio here, so gonna be tough here pushing through this choke, in my opinion. DPS line, we got a Widow and we got a Doomfist. So pretty funky comp from Team 2, to be completely honest. Now, one of the key concepts of how you play Reinhardt is you need to use and abuse the choke points, right? You have a shield when you're playing Reinhardt, but you don't want to be wasting that shield for no reason. So playing natural cover is a very, very crucial part of Overwatch, and it's a crucial part of playing Reinhardt. And we can see that Cloudy's already positioning himself, obviously, on this choke point. We know this is where Reinhardt's want to hold, because he can still swing from this position, he can hold this position, and he's not going to be taking damage. When he does take damage, he can back off straight behind the cover. So I like this position from Cloudy. He's not showing here, he's just waiting until the enemies to push in. See there, he sees the enemies are not in yet. He wants to swing these enemies when they're in the most vulnerable position possible. But when the enemies get to this position here, this is where the enemies are in the most vulnerable position, right? Because they're going to be getting shot by the McCree, the Orisa, the Mercy's damage boosting the Kree. So this is kind of where his whole team is set up around, controlling this central choke point. And he's going to use his swing damage here. Avoids fire striking the bubble there. He knows that Zarya has used her bubble, so I'm surprised he's actually not pushing. He decides to go Mina with a damage boost onto Cloudy there. And Cloudy is already up 80%. Not the best attempt at a retake there, but honestly, this is going to be super tough here with Ryan Zarya to get into this choke point. I see this in bronze games. I see this in top 500 games. people try and play slow compositions through this choke point, and they just get absolutely rolled over and over again. So I would actually like to see Solarity and NKZ switch onto something more mobile here. Maybe a Ball, maybe a Diva. Just try and get people past this choke point. Because this is going to be brutal with the Rein Zarya getting through this choke point. And again, notice how he's still controlling his position. So he's not being greedy here. He's not swinging through the choke point. Because this, if we flip this on the other side, this is Team 2's control, right? They're controlling this. You see this wooden beam? They're controlling anything on this side of the beam. So if Cloudy walks through here, he's going to take more damage than he's dealing, which is not going to be good for him, right? So he's just playing discipline, playing on this side of the beam, making sure that so he's playing on this side of the beam so that he can just control this spot and get as much pressure down when people push in here. Goes for a Fire Strike. He has Shatter. And honestly, Team 2 just don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Nice play there from the enemy McCree. He predicts that Cloudy's going to come around, because obviously McCree pushes in. He predicts Cloudy's going to get in that position. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So he comes around, gets flashed by the McCree, takes a massive chunk of damage there. With Reinhardt, when you're playing, you have to be aware of how much CC the enemy has. So for this comp he's playing against, the enemy has only McCree Flashbang. But whenever you're playing Rein, one thing you should do is you should identify how much CC does the enemy have. Do they have a Hog Hook? Do they have McCree Flashbang? Do they have Brig Stun? Because the more CC that they have, the more passively and defensive you need to be playing. Because if you get hit by one of those CCs, McCree Flashbang, that turns into a Brig Stun. That turns into a Hog Hook. You're donezo as Rein if you get CC'd. Especially when you combo that with a Zen. So he does get stunned. He does take a big portion of damage there. He hears the enemy Rein's pinning in, and he just goes for the pin to obviously nullify that pin from Rein. He doesn't want to get pinned there. So nice reaction timing there. Just presses the shift and makes sure that that pin from Rein doesn't come through. And he's on the winning side of this pin, right? He's on the winning side here, because when he gets pinned here, he's able to press shift, and who's in the dangerous position out of him and the enemy Rein there? The enemy Rein's in the dangerous position because he has this cover that he's playing with. So he's in a very good spot, and the enemy Rein isn't in a very dangerous spot here. Sees the enemy Rein's low, goes for that swing. It's just an alpha play at this point. He's just asserting dominance there. You see how he's like min-maxing the hero? Like, let's watch his swings. So he swings early. Max range swing there. He gets the max range on the swing, so he knows exactly the distance on this. Swings. Goes behind the cover while the swing's recharging. Comes back. Swings. Shields up. Oh, and he's just BMing now. He's not letting this Zarya get away with energy. He's having some fun. What you like to see. Yeah, we'll just forget about that whole large dong 9 thing. We'll just kind of like forget that. Interesting, he's now playing with his team. I think this is because he thinks the enemy Rein has Shatter. I believe... Oh no, it's because he's using a window. They're using window. Okay, that makes more sense. So they just communicate the window, and I'm guessing Cloudy's like, you know, you better believe he's shot calling this one. So Levitate has got no shot of, absolutely no shot of using drone there. As we all know, as we all know, that Fire Strike is, yeah, you're not surviving that one, bud. Now back in his go-to spot. His team are getting picked off here. This is really, really sloppy, actually. Super sloppy from his team. How the hell did they die here in this position? It was actually Long Dong. It was Long Dong. It's Long Dong 1867, the infamous. How on earth did his team get picked off? Okay, so McCree's just rolling out in the open versus a window. And Orissa's just rolling out, is just walking out versus a window. Pretty Pepe good stuff there from teammates. But Cloudy's got the team on his back right now. Mina coming out with the res. We can always rely on Mina. Does go a little aggressive there for the swings. Gives it up. And the funny thing is, Team 2 still running this Reinhardt. Still running the Reinhardt. Still bashing their head into the walls. This is the kind of stuff you see in legit, like, Platinum, guys. You just see the teams bashing their head into the walls over and over again. Like, guys, why is it not working? Still holding this position. I like this spot a lot. Probably the best spot he could be playing in here. And you see how much pressure he's putting here. Now, this is a situation where he does need to be very careful, because this is where the enemy's like, right, we're actually coming in now. We ain't playing no pussy shit. They start walking in. Gets the fire strike. Sees the McCree's walking in. You see how he's instantly shielding there, because he sees there's so many enemies. So if he gets flashbanged here, he's back to spawn. He's done. Outplays the Rhine Shatter. Sees that the enemy team is pushing behind his team. That's a Chad play. Gets to swing onto the McCree there. Oh, Cloudy. Very nice play. We are reviewing LHCloudy. I think he's got something against this Zarya. Like, he's not a big fan of this Zarya. I'm feeling like. Title says Neptuno. Oopsie. I don't have any mods, so nobody can change it. Oh, Chris, can you change the title for me, bro? I don't know how, Chris. I'll leave you to it, man. You figure it out for me, dude. I don't know how. Damn, Neon Brain knows what's up. All right. And look at that investment from Team 2. They're tired of Cloudy just pummeling them as they come through this choke. They're tired of it. They're tired of his bullshit. And so they're coming through. And they're like, fuck this, we're just gonna dragon him out. We're just gonna dragon him out. And it works. Oh, poor Cloudy. Damage boosted dragon. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Yeah, no idea this was coming. Nice play though from Bets the GF. Cloudy was the real carry there on this first point. Actually a pretty 5-head play there from the Hanzo. Yo, cheers, Chris. Alright. Where's he gonna hold? Now, Team 2 do have some ability now. They have the ball. They have the Wrecking Ball. We're putting this first point on the back of the Hanzo. The Hanzo was the one that decided to finally clear Cloudy out and get him out of that position. Yeah, I mean, this is Definitely an interesting play. I'll give him that. She was so close to pinning the Hanzo there. He was so close to pinning the Hanzo. I mean, I like this. I like this as a Chad play. I love it. And he was really close there. He almost nipped the Hanzo's legs. Unfortunately, the enemies have the follow-up. Does manage to hit the fire strike. This is what I like to call testing limits. Ooh. It's not looking good though. Enemy team has complete control of the point. It's all on Kevster now. All on Kevster to pop off here. Kevster's surviving. Kevster gets one. And all of a sudden, this is looking a lot better for Team 1. Notice how Cloudy's walking towards this pillar here. Because this is pretty much his only form of safety here, right? If he stays back on the point, he's just fucked. Because he's just going to be getting his shield rammed down. And once his shield breaks here, what does he do? He just dies, right? So you see how he's trying to edge towards this small lamp sort of structure. He's trying to get behind this lamp so that this is providing him some sort of safety, right? He's avoiding this Zen peppering him down. He's avoiding this Hanzo peppering him down. He does get shattered, unfortunately, on the way there. He takes his shield down at 229. This is a nice shatter from Rein. And because of his position, this is what keeps Cloudy alive at this point. Because of his position here, he's using this cover. If he would have gotten shattered here, he's just dead. He's totally dead. I think he's dead now anyway, but... Oh my god, he's alive. What a legend. Oh my god, that was sick. That was actually so sick. Wait, no way he actually... He dodges his timing. That was so fucking cool. Let's watch. He shielded it off. That was insane, bro. That was a main tank diff. You're right, Hayesto. And he gets the pin. Yeah, this is a Kevster Cloudy duo diff, honestly. That was really pog actually. That was really impressive. So we can break that down again, like for anyone that missed that. But so he moves close to this pillar to obviously avoid. He moves this close to this pillar to provide himself with a position where if his shield goes down, he's going to be okay. That's why he moves close to this position. Once he gets to this position, you know, he's trying to do his best to create space here and get him in a position where he can survive. This is why he's playing with this cover. He does get shattered. Enemy Rein decides not to DPS because he thinks that his team has enough follow-up. Right now, if I sent you this screenshot and I said, does Cloudy survive this? You're going to say no 10 out of 10 times. I don't know if he actually... I don't think he actually avoided it. Maybe he didn't avoid the high. I'm not sure. Regardless, he managed to survive this, which looked absolutely futile for him. Alright, getting some ult for his team. How much ult did he get for his bath there? Let's have a look. So he gets some. His redstone guys dies. Redstone just, you know, ints into there. And so he gets 20%. Alright. Redstone's back on the Orisa. He's had enough of the ball. He's deciding that mine player, you know, dying to the mines there, he's gonna have to switch back on the horse. A bit more of a simple hero, for a simple man. This is where the Cloudy and Kevster duo come in hot, taking the right side flank. Really looking to get some value here on the right side. Cloudy does have shatter. I'm a little bit surprised that Cloudy's not grouping up with his BAP, like we saw the previous. Oh wait. All right, we see it. It's coming. Volvic's coming over to Cloudy. Okay, Cloudy's not bothered about it actually. So they invest shatter. He drops down with main with the shatter. I notice here how the composition from the composition from team 2 is now just all over the place. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know. They're being violated all game. And so they just don't know what to swap to at this point.
60 seconds remaining.
Alright, so now we're seeing some normality here. We're not seeing a deathmatch anymore. We're now seeing the team setting up to control the important positions on the map. Cloudy is back in top left. Notably so he can control these positions here. Go for the pull strike pull fire strike. Again, let's break down the position. Cloudy is playing on a position where the enemies have to full commit into a very dangerous position to actually damage him. And one thing to note here is when they move into this position, he's going to be swinging them down. He doesn't have to worry about the flashbang right now. Enemy are transing, so he's playing slightly defensive. He goes for the pin because he knows that the enemy Kree doesn't have a flashbang. He gets to Zen on the way out. It's the fire strike on the Mercy. And they're just chasing him down now. Look at that. He knows exactly how to use these swings. And that sounds like a stupid statement, but he knows the exact range on the swings. He knows it's hard to explain, but he knows like how to swing and at which point the hitbox is going to be swinging and hitting the enemies. He's often not looking at the enemies when he's swinging here because he's trying to get the max range on the swing. Go on, shatter him. Yeah. This isn't Neptuno, this is LHCloudy. Baggins. We're doing some Cloudy. The title is changed, isn't it? Let me check. Is the title changed?
Initiating match.
Yeah, the title has changed now. Should be good. This is a lot of fun to watch, actually. Cloudy's popping. Now, let's test the Haze theory that choke points are bad to push through as Rein Zarya. Let's see how Cloudy does this. Because they're now going to be on the receiving end of this. I wonder how they're going to manage to get through here. Guys, I expect this is going to be tough. On first point attack here. With Orisa and Rein to come through the choke point. Especially when you throw a Junkrat into the mix here. This is going to be rough. But we'll see how he does it. He's just going to go for a pin, isn't he? Who needs the choke point when you can just pin through? This man just doesn't give a fuck, does he? He doesn't care. And this is a good trade because he has the spawn advantage. And look, his team have taken position. Oh my god. Cloudy's just breaking the boundaries of how to play Overwatch today. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna make the same dumb mistake this enemy Rein makes. I'm gonna just pin in and pray to sweet Jesus that I can get in here. He doesn't even have a bubble. Doesn't even have a bubble. Like, so this is full Chad mode engaged. So good. And he's done his job. Space created. The whole reason for this play is so that he can avoid getting bullied in this choke point. Right? He doesn't want to make the same. He's not making the same mistake. He's not pushing through like, oh, I'm gonna swing down. I'm actually gonna try and push through here. He's not making that same mistake. He's like, nah, fuck it, lads. We're just getting in. We're just getting in. We're not wasting time here. And he doesn't even care about the McCree. I think he probably sees the McCree's not in position to flashbang, so that's why he goes for it. Because if McCree's here, this looks like a big in, right? But because McCree is not there and there's no CC he has to worry about, he's free with this pin. The only thing he has to worry about is Junkrat traps and McCree flashbang. McCree's not in range, so he just goes in. And you see at this point, they're like, alright, well, I guess we just push in then. Kevster gets on the high ground with the Mercy Pocket. Yeah, I know Cobra. I know for a fact he wanted to do this. Like this is a good play. Like he's happy with trading there, right? Because it's way better for his team. If you're attacking and you can nullify one of the enemy, like one of the key enemy tanks here from controlling this position, this is a huge trade, especially when you throw in the fact that his team has the spawn advantage, so he's going to be back way quicker than the enemy Rein. Okay, and there we go. It's that simple. And this is why you see a lot of teams running sim here, because it makes it so much easier for you to get through. But Cloudy doesn't need a sim, does he? He just needs large balls in his sack. That's all this man needs. Did their McCree stun? If the McCree stun, then it's even better, right? Because there's no way of him getting punished. As long as he hits the pin, there's no way he gets punished. Oh man. He said it on stream he was going to do it. That's even more alpha. So he now pins in. Manages to survive this, just barely. Takes out the Zen, flanks the Zen, managed to take the Zen out. And from here he's getting heals from his BAP. His team come through the window. So Cloudy's mindset is like, okay, the enemy has a good choke point control, I ignore the choke point, I go through. I don't play choke point. I don't play choke point as Rein. I go through choke point. I come behind your team. I create space that way. And every single time here, he's making space. Like he made space there. Jesus Christ! What am I watching? So, yeah, I mean, this is a good example of how to ignore choke points, and usually you would see a ball do this. Like usually, right, you see a ball like roll through. He's gonna roll up behind. Maybe he's gonna roll behind, or maybe he's gonna just touch point and create space that way. But Cloudy, he's like, nah, we're gonna pin through the window here. We're gonna get up behind. Enemy Zen has no idea because why would he expect Cloudy to be here? Why the hell would he expect the enemy Rein to be there? Absolutely no reason why he would expect the enemy Rein to be there. But he is, and he takes him out. That was very interesting actually. We saw firstly how Cloudy hard controlled choke points on the Rein. Being disciplined, understanding how much CC the enemy has. Pushing the limits on the Rein for sure. Like, you know, he's looking for those inspirational pins across the map where he can hit the Hanzo, take the Hanzo out. Overall having a lot of impact here on the Rein, and he's not playing the traditional Rein. He's not playing the traditional Rein. He's pushing boundaries here on the Rein. These are the interesting and fun things you get to see when someone has like crafted their hero to a point where they know what to do in almost every situation. And so this game honestly felt like a bit of a Cloudy and Kevster diff. Obviously Cloudy having a lot of impact here on the Rein, and Kevster also doing a lot. That was a good game. I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, I'd appreciate if you could drop a like on the video, maybe even consider subscribing if you enjoy. I do have a Patreon now. If you would like to subscribe to my Patreon, we have content on there such as client coaching VODs, patch meta reports, hero tier lists, that kind of thing. You get to vote on what kind of content I create as well as being able to support me. If you don't want to do that, that's also fine. Even just watching the video is good enough for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.